It ripped one of those cheesy little yellow stakes right out of the ground. That's a good solid stake for most occasions.
There you go.
In the great outdoors, forever.
Isn't this pregnant?
I want to talk about guy lines here. I always tie mine off because after a couple days this one's still nice and taut. Some people like to use the slides, the locking slide, and after a couple days it's got a lot of play in it. I always take this and just slip it all the way down to the bottom. And then you can hook it around, or usually I have the ones with the little eye holes in them. And then I can pull it nice and taut, as tight as I want to get it, and tie it off. And there we go. Also for securement, you have to consider what kind of stakes you're going to be using. And of course, you get these with every tent you buy, and they are perfect if you live somewhere that has absolutely no wind whatsoever. And if somebody lives in a place like that, I'd really like to know about it because I want to move there. Now, your next choice are these, and these aren't really too bad. Good for soft soil. I don't prefer them. Look how much shorter it is. It's got the whole T shape, which I think adds a bit to it. But they get beat up real bad, real quick, especially when you're out in harder or rockier soils like we are here. And this is my favorite stake right here. I do use this for my guy lines, but these will break sometimes if you put too much tension, like on the hook right there. Sometimes that'll break. But these go nice and deep. Put them at a 45-degree angle against whichever way your tent is pulling, and that's a good solid stake for most occasions. If you're going to go somewhere really sandy, or you know you're going to get 60-mile-an-hour winds or long, prolonged, stained high winds, go out and get an 18-inch piece of rebar, or maybe even 3 feet if it's super soft sand, and drive a piece of rebar into that ground. Use that as a stake. One other option is you can go to your local hardware store and just buy a giant freaking nail for probably half the price of the stakes that I use, and those work pretty good.
And I like to do a thing on guy line safety. They're really easy to trip over, especially at night. So we set up these little markers. I marked the bottom with a rock line, and then we actually marked the line itself with duct tape flags and a solar light. So at night, the solar lights don't give off very much light, but they do show you that there's something there. It also helps having the little lines laid out because it lays out really specific walkways and makes it easier to navigate camp.